Hello everyone, I hope you're all doing well. Whenever you think about the United Arab Emirates, otherwise known as the UAE, you might think about its oil-dominated economy. However, recently it's become the face of major growing business sectors such as architecture, luxury, and many other developments helping grow its economy. As Americans, we may be used to fast and direct communication, but in the UAE, there are different expectations for that, such as societal hierarchy as well as developing relationships and trusts. I've researched the UAE's background in economy to further help us understand how to properly conduct business there, and overall just to gain a better understanding of the country itself. I'll be going over the geographic and economic factors of the UAE, as well as communication culture and a recent news event published by BBC News highlighting the UAE's growth in the global real estate market. Let's begin by examining the UAE's geographic and economic background. After reading the Britannica Encyclopedia entry for the UAE by Jill Ann Crystal and J.E. Peterson, I learned how important the UAE's strategic location is for diversifying its economy and as well as establishing itself as a global role player in business affairs. You may ask, how is its location strategic? Well, it's located on the Strait of Hormuz, connecting the Persian Gulf and as well as the Gulf of Oman, making it a good place for global shipping routes and maritime trade. It also sits between three major continents, Africa, Europe, and Asia, which helps it establish itself as a global epicenter for economic activity and business affairs. The UAE has experienced lots of diversification and growth, such as in the city of Dubai, which has invested in finance, tourism, and manufacturing. Abu Dhabi, another city, is primarily dominated by oil, but has also followed the same steps as Dubai in investing in these other sectors, further helping emphasize the UAE's growth and diversification in its economy. The UAE has also established itself as a global trade stronghold. Joining organizations like the World Trade Organizations, it has created free trade ports and zones, which has encouraged foreign investment and businessmen to create business in the UAE and trust it as a reliable trading and economic activity partner. To fully understand how business operates in the UAE, we need to examine the cultural and business communication aspects of it. Communication and culture is influenced by hierarchy and traditions, as per the culture factor group in its country comparison tool. For example, the power distance scores a 74, which is pretty high, meaning there's a hierarchical structure in the UAE where inequality is accepted, hierarchy is followed and expected, and subordinates are expected to follow direction from their bosses without any question. This means that authority should be respected in the UAE, and that we should learn to navigate how to navigate these power scalings in the UAE's business and culture in general. The UAE also scores a 36 for the individualism scale, which shows that the UAE is a collectivist society, meaning that there's strong group relationships, loyalty is very important, and building relationships is important before conducting business. Other cultural factors to take into account in Emirati culture and business is its uncertainty avoidance score, which is 66, meaning that Emirati culture prefers predictability and clear rules and structure. It also scores a 22 on the indulgence scale, which means that it's a restrained society, meaning that Emirati people tend to not participate much in leisurely activities. Its long-term orientation score is 22, meaning that Emirati people have strong respect for tradition and aren't as keen as with new societal movements and changes. It also scores a 52 on the motivation towards achievements, meaning that it has a perfect balance between both competitiveness as well as collaboration and consensus, meaning that Emirati citizens care just as much about personal achievements as well as taking care of others. Although Americans may need accustomed to Emirati culture, the UAE is also experiencing major modern real estate growth. For example, in an article by Samir Hashmi published by the BBC News, luxury brands are building skyscrapers and the UAE is growing as a real estate powerhouse. For example, luxury brands are moving to the city of Dubai, such as Aston Martin and Bugatti. And Bugatti has actually started building the Bugatti Tower, which features elevators for cars for attendants living in the apartments and amenities that are very high luxury. And some of these apartments and houses can cost from $5.2 million to upwards of $54 million, attracting celebrities, professionals, and businessmen from all over the world. The Dubai and the UAE leads in branded residence developments across the world. As Dubai is growing more than any city in skyscraper development and projects, as well as construction, and the wealthy are actually moving the UAE for its low tax-free zones, as well as the real estate confidence across the globe as due to its low taxes and just confidence in the growing economy there. Overall, the UAE has established itself as a strong candidate for further growth in many aspects for business professionals to take advantage of. In summary, we reviewed the UAE's background and economy, as well as explained the relationship-based culture and things we need to take account while conducting business there, and just recent developments and opportunities businessmen should take account of and probably take advantage as well. The UAE is a rising global business destination, and understanding its culture is key to success for many businessmen pursuing careers in business and just looking to grow themselves and their companies as well. Thank you, audience, and shukran lak.